There's been a significant development in the conflict in the Middle East in the past 24 hours with a Hamas leader being killed. What do you see when you look at the conflict in the Middle East?
Yeah, well, again, I mean, this does lead into one of my other predictions for 2024, which was the rise in a lot of sort of assassinations of world leaders and strong political figures as well. So when we're looking into the future of the Middle East, especially the near future as well, I mean, with the recent assassination, as you mentioned, of Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh, it really is on the tenterhooks there. The Middle East in general, as we all are very aware, is a very fluid situation. I do predict that Iran will strike back on Israel, whether that's a direct attack on the Israeli state. We may also see targets of soft targets throughout the world even as well. I think there needs to be special attention also paid to the Olympics as well, with not only Israeli visitors, but also the Israeli athletes. But I don't think it's really going to be that far away until we do see a response from the Iranian state. And in terms of broader conflict in the Middle East as well, I think, even recently the Australian government has warned Australian citizens to again leave Lebanon.
Yeah.
So we are going to see, and it is also a prediction of mine again, a wider conflict again with Hezbollah, the Lebanese militant group. So obviously there was a rise up there with the Israeli-Gaza conflict in October last year. So, Israel and Lebanon have been in conflict in a very minor state since that moment. But I do believe, especially over August and September, we will see a sort of a more broader conflict coming in there as well. The head of Hamas in Gaza, Sinwar, and also the head of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah, I would say would be very much at the top of the target list for assassination as well.
Do you see them being assassinated?
Inevitably.
Inevitably. Yeah. You can't say how soon?
If I was them, I wouldn't be sleeping well, put it that way.
Okay. Yeah. Can I get your thoughts on China and Taiwan?
China and Taiwan's always been a very interesting topic for me as well. I think, again, with American weakness on display in terms of foreign policy, but also their military capabilities as well, China and Taiwan really does come into the focus point there as well. I've always predicted, especially over the last sort of 12 months in particular, that it will be inevitable that we will sort of see a form of conflict there as well as China does pull Taiwan back into its satellite influence. I don't necessarily predict that that would occur this year as well. Again, it's very dependent on the outcome of the American election. But I think inevitably, especially in this decade, we will see a form of conflict again in Asia there as well.
Okay, look, you are in Sydney not just for Power Hour, but you are hosting your sold-out live show at the Opera House. Let's take a look. It is this Sunday and I am so excited. What can we expect?
Well, first and foremost, I'm so glad it's not only happening, but you're able to attend as well, Gabriella.
Very honoured.
Thank you. What can we expect? Doing live shows is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. And I have been a professional psychic medium for coming on 8 years now as well. But for everyone in attendance, I want them to witness firsthand the connection with spirits, and I will be drawing on my connection with spirit in the afterlife to pass on messages of love, support, validation and guidance to members of the audience at random. And it's going to be a special evening. I'm very much looking forward to it.
What is it like for you? Because I have been in the audience before and it is hard to describe. There is nothing like it, but it's quite beautiful, some of the messages that come through. You provide such comforting messages because all of us have lost people that we love. What is it like for you holding space for that many people?
Yeah, it really is something that has become a highlight of my career. I mean, I just get such enjoyment from it. I get a real peace from it as well. I mean, whatever spirit feels, I feel as well. And they're always coming forward with, happiness and love and really wanting to connect. So in a lot of ways, it leaves me on a high. And it's just something that I love being able to do. And I love being able to allow the audience to witness that as well. So I'm very much looking forward to it again.
Oh, I cannot wait. Finally, before I let you go, is there any advice from Spirit that you can share with us, especially the last half of 2024?
My biggest message for the rest of 24 in particular, especially because it will be a very fluid, constantly evolving, and there's going to be a lot of big events that are going to be occurring for the next sort of 6 months. My main advice is if you can't control it, don't allow it to control you. We just have to remember, at the end of the day, this is basically like watching a movie. So sit back, relax.
The movie's been wild.
The movie's been intense and there's been a lot of plot twists.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the show.
David, thank you so much for coming on Power Hour.
Pleasure to be on. Thank you so much.